Hello, everyone. Well, here's a recap of the Spring 2023 anime. I feel that this season had a particularly great lineup of romantic comedies. Moreover, there were romantic comedies from every age group. For elementary school students, there was My Clueless First Friend, and for junior high school students, The Dangers in My Heart. Insomniacs After School for high school students, and Loving Yamada at level 999 for college students. All of them were wonderful. Still, I was not sure how to rank the works of this season until the very end. There were many works that lost their rating in the final episode. I would not be surprised if any of them came in first place. So, let's start from number 1. One Oshi no Ko. The first episode was an extraordinary 90-minute episode. It was full of surprises and a god episode. I didn't know it was going to be like this. The last I Love You got me. The rest of the episodes were also quite interesting, especially the reality dating show episodes. It became such a hot topic that it actually made the news. The more I watch it, the more I get into it. Especially Kana Arima and Akane Kurakawa. Characters who became popular in the anime adaptation. They will probably play more important roles in the future. I'm looking forward to it. The theme song Idol became a worldwide hit, and this is the work that led the anime world this season. It was very interesting to watch. It may have been a bit heavy, but thank you for a wonderful work. The decision for a second season is as expected. In addition, both the opening and ending were wonderful and suited the animation. I wonder if we will someday be able to understand the mystery of the title's bracket, which has yet to be revealed. Will there suddenly be a novel like 45510? 2. Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury Season 2. It's the second season. The flow of the rage is wonderful. In the final climax, they are up against the mass-murdering giant weapon of Prospera. Suletta, who challenges the Gundam Ariel with her Gundam Calibarn alone, is a heart-pounding development. Where did the warm and fuzzy school life of the first season go? Still, I don't think students should be allowed to fight in wars. But the world is not made up of such convenient circumstances. The last episode was wonderful. Suletta laughing happily in the wheat field at dusk. Mio Rene and Suletta's reunion, and the rings on each other's ring fingers. How could we not be moved by such a scene? The subtitle of the last episode also came up at the very end. And the way Yosobi's blessing was played here. Everything was wonderful. A few words after the final episode to the characters. Elon number 4, have you remembered the promise you made to Suletta? The part where he laces his fingers with the Gundam reminded me of E.T. Elon number 5, I was moved by the way he traveled in search of the landscape Noria had painted. Speaking of which, will he reveal his real name? The real Elon, when did you start planning to betray Peel Technologies? The evil-looking smile on your face is very charming. Petra, you were badly injured, but you became a tester of Gun technology. I wish you and Luda all the best. Peel Technologies 4 CEOs, they were called Takimoto Piano or something like that on the internet. It looks like they are living a pretty luxurious afterlife. Cecilia, I want to be lectured by you. I became to like you because of its action at the second half of the story. Ruji, I think that you can't speak without going through Harrow, but you are okay with Choo Choo, don't you? Felsi, on the internet, she is considered the greatest contributor in Gundam history. She saved Gueru's life after his death flag was raised. Nika, did you cut your hair as a sign of repentance? But it doesn't look good on her. I haven't watched much Gundam, but this has become my favorite Gundam anime. Thank you for a great work of art that I can get excited about in real time as well. Blessings to you all. 3. The Dangers in My Heart. First of all, I love Yoshika's opening song the best. As the lyrical lyrics flowed, Yamada raised her arm in the air. There was a umebo. It's a description that seems to symbolize this anime. Yamada's cuteness exploded in this anime, and it was the most fun I've ever had. I mean, it's too cool. I wonder if the lyrics of the opening song match Ichikawa's feelings. In the last episode, Ichikawa said thank you sincerely and honestly. Ichikawa was able to talk about himself and tell his story so far. And Yamada gently embraces him. It was a wonderful scene that established itself as a masterpiece of romantic comedy. The original manga also seems to be popular. It seems that there are many mysterious depictions and solving the riddles is popular on social networking sites. Great direction and music in the anime as well. There are no flaws. When you look back at it later, you will discover many things. It's a clumsy romantic comedy between junior high school students, but it's the wonderful direction that makes it so moving. The drawings are also wonderful. I think the love for the characters is overflowing. It seems that the second season was decided early, and I am glad to see the future of Yamada and Ichikawa. For Uma Musume, Pretty Derby Road to the Top. It's only 4 episodes long, but it's a great level that could have been made into a movie. Even this story only recreates the 3 classic races in terms of story. It's just a recreation of the planned development as planned, but the fact that it can be developed so movingly can only be described as wonderful. Bringing in the twin setting to admire Vega to give her a reason to run, and making the character of TM Opera the very emperor of the world. And the way the story is structured to climax through the bond between Narita Top Road, her trainer, and the people around them who cheer her on is a masterful example. It was a wonderful performance that was like a model for us all. The film is also well done with excellent artwork that makes you want to watch it over and over again. The 3 Uma Musume's faces are always so well done. The entertainment, including the music, was excellent. This last scene is too wonderful. 5. Otaku Elf. It depicts the interaction between Elda, an elf summoned as a shrine deity, and Koito, who serves as a shrine maiden. Elda is an immortal elf and is said to be over 600 years old. She has lived for a very long time, much longer than humans. Koito, the protagonist of the story, does not like Elda's sometimes melancholy smile, but I like it. I wonder how many people she has seen off. In episode 9, when Koito was cleaning the house, she found a beta videotape with a picture of Koito's mother, the previous Miko. For some reason, it brought tears to my eyes. Elda asked Koito if she could give the tape, but Koito told Elda to keep it. These little scenes are wonderful. The lyrics of the ending song Dancing Lights are too wonderful. Come to see me once in a while, tell me a story once in a while. Come to see me once in a while, give me a hug once in a while. You smiled at the end and held my hand. The world is still going on, but I can't see you anymore. The smell after the rain, the wind at the bus stop. The seasons will come and go again. But I'm still here, unchanged. It would be wonderful if there were a shrine like this, quietly somewhere in Japan. This anime is a wonderful way to experience the humanity and kindness of the people of Tsukishima, Tokyo. It makes you wish that peaceful daily life would continue forever. This is what I mean by really good animation. 6. Insomniacs After School. A beautiful story of adolescent love. A wonderful masterpiece that makes full use of the townscape and nature of Nanao City, Ishikawa Prefecture. Rather than the characters, the scenery woven by the nature of Nanao City is probably the biggest leading actor. This is a love story of a high school boy and girl suffering from insomnia. The cheerful personality of the high school girl, Magari, is very refreshing in this anime. The feeling that she really didn't want everyone to feel sorry for her because she was suffering from an incurable disease. I understand it very well. And the straightforwardness of Nakami and Magari's feelings. They discuss each other's past and their feelings overlap. The beauty of the Magari that Nakami sees through the viewfinder. I was so impressed by the animation that expressed the beauty of the Magari through the viewfinder. By the way, I heard that a live-action version is also in the works. However, I don't think it will ever be as good as the animation. Why? If you have ever tried to take a picture of the starry sky, you will understand. The brightness of stars is so small that you have to increase the sensitivity, ISO value, of your camera to get a good shot. But you can't photograph people in such darkness, can you? The scene in the cartoon where the person and the starry sky are together in the dark is a complete fantasy. I think that's why it's so wonderful. Nakami and Megari laughing happily under the wonderful star-filled sky. The images that would never be possible in a live-action film can be created in an animated film. I think that is the beauty of animation made with fiction. I think youth is wonderful. I am very grateful for creating such a beautiful work. 7. Birdie Wing Golf Girls Story Season 2. It was very interesting as an original animation. Two girls who are tossed around by fate. They just want to play golf together. They were born in different circumstances, but strangely enough, they are related to each other. I see what you mean, and the foreshadowing was beautifully recovered. Eve faces strong opponents one after another. She develops her special moves one after another, thanks to her natural talent, her Oni coach's training, and her physical strength through training. When she shoots, she shouts out the name of her technique as she hits the ball. It is a perfect battle game. And then there is Aoi, the last boss. Aoi Amawashi would be the strongest player if she did not suffer from an incurable disease. If Aoi Amawashi's genius golf is deployed in perfect condition, even if Eve fought with all her might, she would be no match for Aoi. The game was very interesting and I was entertained every time. Although there was a sense of fluttering at the end, the British Open was a result that neither Eve nor Aoi wanted to see. Still, they dreamed of future battles. I am glad that the event ended in such a way. It was not a tragedy, but a hopeful ending. 8. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba to the Swordsmith Village. The drawings are getting more and more beautiful, no one can follow them anymore. It is astonishing picture making. I don't have to tell you about the contents. It was as expected. The scene of Nezuko overcoming the sun is a great scene as an animation. That kind of camera work is wonderful. I feel that the demon side of the story was not as well explored this time. But still, it was a great work, not to mention that it was as good as any other anime. I hope they will continue to do so until the end. 9. Loving Yamada at level 999. A female protagonist in a story that is mainly about a game? I thought it was a bit surprising, but is that the way things are now? It is a very interesting story with romance as the main story. What is characteristic is that there are many first-person perspectives. I think this is good camera work because it gives a sense of realism. It's a novel approach that didn't seem to exist before. It makes me a little dizzy, though. In the last episode, the feelings were finally conveyed. I wondered if he had been taciturn for this scene. The impact of Yamada's confession at the end was amazing. Good-looking guys are cool no matter what they do. This alone was enough to make my evaluation of the film soar. It was a beautifully put together and very interesting anime. 10. Hell's Paradise, Jigokuraku. The level of drawing is incredibly high. This may be up there with Demon Slayer. The story depicts the interaction between Sigili, who grew up as a decapitation official, and Gabimaru, an escaping ninja. The first half of the story is not just a battle anime, but also delves into each character, and is very moving. The second half is centered on battle action. I think it got a little monotonous. Anyway, the atmosphere is good. You will never return of such a place alive. Where does survival lead to? The first season ended with the battle against Tenzin and a wonderfully interesting part. A sequel is in the works, But when will it be made? It must be a masterpiece, but it was a shame that it ended in the middle. I have introduced the top 10, but there are many works I would like to introduce this season, so I will introduce the top 20. Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. Too Cute Crisis. World Die Star. Skip and Loafer. Dr. Stone, New World. The Marginal Service. The Idolmaster Cinderella Girls U-149. My Clueless First Friend. Vinland Saga Season 2. Heavenly Delusion. So I have introduced the spring anime. I look forward to seeing you again next time.